Hello, Missy B. Hello. How are you today? I'm very well, thank you. Okay, I need to ask you this question. Is marriage all about submission or partnership? Hmm, that's a very, very interesting question. Do you know a modern day trend, equality in marriage? It doesn't mean competition, it simply means partnership. Many people seem to confuse partnership and submission. They confuse it together. I do understand that sometimes some women they're taking advantage of this modern day trend that oh yeah, we're equal. Marriage is 50-50, which I don't think marriage is 50-50. It's never 50-50 in marriage. You compromise. You meet each other at certain stages. So you can't say I'm right, you're right. So it's never 50-50. Some days you can be 70-30, some days it can be 80-20, as long as you can maintain peace in your home. So when you're saying partnership, it means you're working together for a greater cause. You want this marriage to work. You want this relationship to work. So I matter. You matter as well. What are your opinion? What makes you happy? How can we, make this marriage to be comfortable for two people? Because remember, you are once a stranger. Now you're living in the same house. So hello, I've got my own upbringing. You have your own upbringing. You have a way of doing things. I have a way of doing my own thing. But now we are one, just the way the Bible said that two shall come together and become one. But before we can finally become one, we need to have understanding, right? We need to know that how do we want this to work? So it's not about submission is good, because every now and then, let's face it, people always talk about this submission as if it's a very bad thing. No, we submit to each other in love. That's what the Bible says. We submit. It's not submission is not like immediately you want to put somebody under. That one is demonic. If you want to say, yeah, I want to make my wife or my husband to be a slave, that one is demonic, because that's not how God wants us to be. We are meant to complement each other. So submission sometimes it might not necessarily be a bad thing, because sometimes we submit to each other in love. Some people they're like, oh, nobody can control me. Everybody control each other. And it's not in a bad way. When I'm saying submission, it's like, okay, this is what I wanted to do, and you running your husband or your wife through it, and your wife is like, I'm not sure, you've done this before, maybe this is not the right way to go. Does that mean you are a fool? Some men, they end up in trouble because they cannot listen to their wife. They always believe that, woman, what do you know? And if you have that kind of attitude, you are setting yourself for disaster, honestly. Because women, we have this instinct, it's very strong. When we see something from far, if you stand up as a man, you might not see it. Because women, we can detect some things. So it's best sometimes. I don't know who needs to hear that. Maybe you need to start listening to your wife. Women, they are not stupid. Some men, they have this thing that, oh, women are talking, don't talk. Women, they're directors now. They have God knows how many employees. So why would you still put a woman in that position? So if you're married to a wise woman, listen. It's submission. You're submitting to each other in love, not in a demonic way, not in a slavery way, in love. But marriage, it should be partnership. I love you, you love me. I care for you, you care for me. That is it's simple. And it's not, forget about this 50-50. And if you're listening to me, you're a woman, don't let this modern day trend mess up your marriage. Oh, me too. I want my right. I want this. If you're too much, you will soon be a boss of an empty home. Because the man will just say you're too much. No matter how we see, men, they still have that ego and they need that respect. So if you're listening to me and you're like, you know what, I can relate to everything you're talking about, get a copy of my book, When Spark Fly. Trust me, you will get a lot of tips in this book. It's a book that you can invest in for your love life if you're serious. So before you throw in the towel, get a copy of my book. Go on my page, mercyb.co.uk. And if you say, you know what, I need to book a session with you, I'll be more than happy. You can come with your husband. I do couple counseling all the time. Come with your husband. Let's talk about it. Let's, balance this equality in marriage. Let's balance this submission. Let's talk about partnership so that you can have a healthy relationship. So what are you waiting for? Go on my page now, mercyb.co.uk, and you can thank me